your communications, which as they happen largely today, don't actually take place between you and the person that you're talking to. They happen between you and Facebook, who then provides a copy of it to the person you're talking to, or you and Gmail, who then gives a copy of it to the person that you're talking to. And every time these transactions occur, these service providers, they keep a record of it. And they form these great silos, sort of databases of ruin, they've been called, of everything you've done, everything you've typed into their search box, everything you've clicked on, everything you've liked. And with the just lowest standards of evidence, they're happy to hand this over to governments. We see that governments increasingly care less and less about rights and care more and more about power. These mass surveillance authorities that were produced allegedly to protect us against terrorism are increasingly being applied against journalists who write critical stories the government doesn't like. They're being applied against immigrants and people who are fleeing harm in their countries or seeking a better life. They're being applied to politically exposed people and dissidents. More broadly, they're just being applied to minorities. Because we very much do face a backlash. These are powerful people with enormous interests who are trying to better their class, their sector, and in some cases their state, right? And yet over the longest spans of time, we still win. Life is better than it was. Life is hard now. And this is the challenge given to our generation. We didn't ask for this, but this is what we have. However, it's going to get better, and it's going to get better not because that's natural, not because that's inevitable, not because that's just the way things are. It's going to happen because of people like you. I ended up stuck in Russia, and it's not my choice to be here, for the record. I've applied for asylum, I think actually 28 countries around the world, many of which in Europe. But if nobody does it, things don't get better. We recognize there are power relationships that can be abusive. We understand that there are resource relationships, which mean that the average person, the common person, the young person cannot meaningfully consent to certain kind of relationships and exchanges. And this, unfortunately, is what we see being taken advantage of today. And the laws simply haven't caught up to the fact that a technological corporation now can indenture entire populations into servitude to the corporate good rather than to individual or public good.